Hello everybody and welcome to our performance excellence model for software organizations. I'm Abdel-Halim Mahmoud, Evaluators Board Member in Minnesota Performance Excellence Aware to Network, and I'm a Global Management and Technology Consultant. I advise software organizations on assessing and improving performance of their organization, projects, technology, and teams. The following presentation is a very brief sample of software organizations need to attain and sustain world-class performance. What are the performance goals and strategies? We see here 4 performance goals and 4 performance strategies. The performance goals are quality, value, knowledge management, and productivity. These are the performance goals that any software organization needs to achieve in order to differentiate its offering from the competitors in the market, or in other words, to enable it to offer unique service or quality that no other competitor could offer. The first performance goal here is time-boxed continuous deployment. This performance goal is about productivity. The question is why it is deployment instead of delivery or instead of development. Because as you know, the software industry has moved from delivering a product to deploying a running service on the cloud or on the web. The second question is why continuous? Why it is continuous? Because all of your competitors are continuously deploying new features every month or every 2 or 3 weeks in the race of gaining more customers and gaining more market share. So the faster your team deploy in every 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 sprint, the better position you have in the market. This image shows the continuous processes circulating between the development side and the deployment side, and vice versa. You need to know that all of these processes become the responsibility of one team only, not 2 teams. That one team must have cross-functional experience. The second performance goal here is the software service quality. Again, we're not talking about the software product, we are talking about software service. So what we mean by quality here is the quality of the service itself in terms of integrability, functionality, reliability, bug-free operation, portability on any operating system, scalability, security, safety, and zero downtime. As you know, a new software service or feature that doesn't deliver a value to customers will not develop any financial results to organization investors. The same is applied if too much value is delivered to customers on the account of investors. This will not sustain the financial strength of the organization. So you have to make sure that you deliver a value to customers while rewarding your investors at the same time. The fourth performance goal is organizational learning and knowledge management. The most precious asset of any software organization is its accumulated organizational knowledge. So collecting, analyzing, and disseminating this kind of knowledge, like the daily measure data, the individual experience, the lessons learned after any project or after any problem solved, is very crucial in advancing the organizational performance and the quality of its product and its economy as well. Now we have finished the slides of the performance goals, and this is the first slide in the performance strategies. The first strategy here says you need to architect, develop, deploy, and scale applications in microservices, containers, and Docker. To achieve continuous deployment that we have talked before in the first, that was the first goal, performance. To achieve that goal performance, you need to adopt a systematic approach like the microservices architecture, containers and Docker, as well as deployment automation and technologies and services like that provided from the Amazon Web Services ECS services as instance. These tools and technologies will help you to speed up the integration process and automate the testing and the deployment processes as well. The second performance strategy is about adopting Scrum methodology as a shared mental model in building cross-functional teams. This strategy addresses two aspects: the project management methodology and building the team that will run this project. It is imperative strategy to adopt agile methodology like the Scrum framework for software project management. Have a look here at this image and look at the Scrum principles, roles, artifacts, and meetings. Of course, this presentation is not about explaining the Scrum methodology, but just recommending it as a strategy for managing the software projects. This image here explains the meaning of a team that have shared mental model. Performance strategy is to embed DevOps concepts within the Scrum principles, aspects, and the processes. DevOps concept has come to bridge the river, isolating two separate banks in the software lifecycle. The development bank with its team and the environment, and the other bank, which is the deployment bank with its very different team and environment. For these differences between the two banks, I have seen many software projects that had successfully developed but never have successfully deployed. So embedding DevOps into Scrum methodology is a crucial methodology to extend the scope of work of the software team to cover the whole life cycle of the software project. Now let us go through some samples of how to embed DevOps into the Scrum principles. Look here at the 6 principles and notice what will be changed. Try to notice what's changing. There is only the iterative development has been changed to iterative deployment or iterative DevOps. Note that the other 5 principles have no change. Look here at the Scrum roles and notice the change. Try to notice what is changing. The change here in the role of the Scrum team. The Scrum team now develops, deploys, and operates instead of the Scrum team just creates the deliverables. Note that the other Scrum roles have no change. We still have the product owner and the Scrum master exist doing the same roles. Let us see what will be changed here from the 19 Scrum processes to embed DevOps. I see 4 processes have been changed here, while the rest remain without any change. I just want to highlight the change of process number 5, which is create prioritized backlog. Since we have extended the scope work from product development to service deployment, then the project backlog will include user stories about the service as about the software as a service, its business value, its quality, its deployment architecture, and so on. There is no way for any software organization to improve the performance related to its different projects and teams without managing the performance on the organization level. The reason behind that they have to integrate between all these performance initiatives, and they have to align all of them toward the organization strategic objectives and organization mission. And that is exactly what the Baldrige Performance Excellence Management Model is doing. Look at this image. This is the framework of Baldrige Performance Excellence that integrates all the organization performance categories, including the leadership, the strategy, the customers, the knowledge management, the operations, the workforce, and results. They integrate all of them and align all of them to the organization strategic objectives, mission, vision, and values. Okay, thank you and have a good day. That's it for today. And if you have any question about how to implement any of the performance management methodologies that have been mentioned in this presentation, do not hesitate to email me on the CEO@egyptexcellence.com, and have a good day. Bye bye.